My name is Frank Miller. I'm the Dean of Enrollment Management for Rankin Technical College. And joining me today is Natalie Boots Steinecker, one of our fantastic admission counselors.
Hello everyone, welcome to Rankin Technical College Virtual Open House. We're glad you have joined us today. You're in for a great time. So you're probably joining us today because you're interested in a career in automotive, electrical, construction, IT, or manufacturing, and why Rankin, which is what we hope to answer today.
So before we get into our programs, let me tell you just a little bit about Rankin Technical College, which was founded in 1907 by a prominent St. Louisan named David Rankin Jr. as a private, nonprofit educational institution to train students for employment in a variety of technical and mechanical occupations. From that very beginning to today, Rankin has maintained its position as a national leader in technical education.
Wow, I bet a lot of people didn't know that we're over 113 years strong, or that we're nonprofit, or that we have always been a technical college. It might be a good time to hear from our president, Don Pohl, and you know how presidents are. They want to get a few words in. So let's turn it over to our wonderful president, Don Pohl.
Hello, I'm Don Pohl, president of Rankin Technical College. Welcome to the Rankin Virtual Open House, where you can explore how Rankin Technical College can help you achieve your career goals. For over 110 years, Rankin has maintained its commitment of providing the highest quality education to its students. Through that commitment, Rankin trains and prepares students to become valuable employees. The best way to secure a great job opportunity is to become a great candidate in the eyes of the employer. Our hands-on training and advanced skills in a particular career field will allow you to become more attractive to hiring employers. Getting you hired is our primary goal, as reflected in our mission, which states that Rankin is a private, nonprofit, degree-granting institution of higher learning whose primary mission is to provide the comprehensive education and training necessary to prepare students for employment and advancement in a variety of technical fields. If you are ready to take the first step towards joining the ranks of those Rankin graduates who have found satisfying careers, stay right here to learn more about our great programs and careers associated with those programs. Thanks for joining us today. I hope to see you on campus very soon.
Thanks, Don. Our president, like many of our instructors, just happens to be a Rankin grad, which is great for our students. Rankin instructors, after many years out in their industry, will return to Rankin and give back to students their experience, industry knowledge, industry relationships, and the hands-on training from someone who has done it.
Yeah, it's nice when you get training and your education from someone that has the experience and the expertise by doing it themselves. It's not like you can watch a YouTube video or TikTok and install and fix something that is very complex or technical. Could you imagine working with electricity without the right training? That could get a little dangerous for the average Joe or Jane.
That's for sure. Boots, I heard you did a few TikToks. So could you give our attendees one of your TikTok messages? Maybe something regarding admissions to Rankin. Thanks, Boots. Maybe I can show everyone my pics on MySpace. Probably not a good idea since most probably don't know what MySpace is, which is similar to some regarding Rankin. If you're someone outside of St. Louis, or even if you're from St. Louis, you may or may not know much about us. Maybe you have heard an ad or someone talk about Rankin, or know someone that attended here, but still unsure what we do here. And today we will give you an opportunity to learn more about Rankin, see our fantastic facilities and the programs we offer to help get those in-demand careers like those found in electrical.
I love electrical, and as a matter of fact, my husband is a Rankin electrical grad. So not only do we have instructors and presidents graduate from Rankin, we have hubbies and I'm sure a lot of wifeys. Now, I might be a bit biased, but electrical is one of my favorite programs here. Designing electrical systems, learning about wiring and electrical code, AC/DC theory, and programmable logic controllers help take our students beyond being a skilled electrician. They become in-demand electrical technicians that work in instrumentation, automation, and process control industries found in manufacturing, commercial, utilities, plants, refineries, and breweries, just to name a few.
Wow, you just threw a lot out there, Boots. I'm no electrician, but I've been shocked a time or two, so I know you need someone with the right skill set to work on anything that mentions electrical. This is one area you definitely need the correct training and education. I know a lot of our graduates from our electrical program do really well and have great careers just like your husband. Boots, what else can you share today about our electrical programs?
Well, let's talk more specifics. Rankin offers various electrical programs like Control Systems Technology, Electrical Automation Technology, and Electrical Systems Design Technology that are all hands-on learning and in 2 years or less give students the experience and skills employers are looking for.
An in-demand and rewarding career can be found in electrical, and Rankin has you covered. So let's check out the electrical division and hear more about our electrical programs, why electrical, and why Rankin.
Hi, my name is Andy Raines. I'm the electrical instructor here at Rankin Technical College. We offer in the electrical program 3 different paths that you can choose for the electrical department. We have a program called EAT, we have a program called CST, and we also have a program called ESDT. And in these programs, in the first year, you can decide what program you want, so we give you choices here at Rankin. So on the EAT program, which is Electrical Automation Technology, that student will get to learn with the motors and drives, and it's more of a hands-on application, so it's more of an automation. So somebody who wants to work at a automation place where it's working on an assembly line or production, that would be an EAT program. We also offer control system technology. Again, that program offers where you're more about the rate of pressure, flow, process. So a student would go in that program if they wanted to work with that type of control. And then we also have what we call electrical systems design technology. That's where the student will learn to design more. So if you're interested in designing, laying out, knowing how an electrical building would look inside, you'd work with programs called AutoCAD or Revit, and those programs are great. So the student would work in that program with the ESDT. So here at Rankin, we offer choices. So if you come into the electrical program, you get a path that you can choose. And so we look for those students who excel in certain areas, and we try to point them in that direction so they'll get to choose the right career for them. For more information, you can visit rankin.edu.
My name's Samantha Benedict. I'm from Columbia, Missouri, and I'm currently in the electrical program, and this is my first year. So I found about Rankin through a family member who's an electrical engineer, and he recommended Rankin because they have wonderful placement into the workforce after 2 years of school. And he also recommended Rankin to me because they're very accessible for everybody, and for my case, that's for women. Rankin's a good school. They include everybody, and they don't discriminate, they don't make it different for everybody. We're all the same here, and that's very important to me. I chose the electrical program because I am really interested in renewable energy. And where does renewable energy start? Electric. I'm currently with the Control Systems Technology Internship in Illinois. I was recommended through a professor, which I'm super happy about. I do want to go design, but I knew that the importance of workforce and getting experience was the main thing. And so even though it's not my exact route that I want to go, experience is key. My instructors are really helping me along the way. Everybody's super personable. You can tell that they care about you as a student and also as a person. My main goal for post-graduation is to get a job that I'm happy with. Rankin's difficult, but I wouldn't expect anything else from a hands-on college. So if any of you are interested in the electrical program, Rankin is a great choice. If you want to be into the workforce with the knowledge that you need and the experience that you need, this is a school to go for.
As you've seen and heard, it's about students getting that hands-on experience and skills employers are looking for that Rankin is all about. Our primary mission is to provide the comprehensive education and training necessary to prepare students for employment and advancement in a variety of technical fields, which is why Rankin Technical College is one of the best technical colleges in the country.
And why students come to Rankin. Now, some have asked, is Rankin a real college? And the answer is, heck yeah, we're accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, which is the same commission that grants accreditation to SLU, WashU, UMSL, Lindenwood, and many other colleges and universities around the country.
Rankin has beautiful campuses in St. Louis, Wentzville, and Perryville. We offer housing, financial aid, campus bookstore and cafe, library and computer center, lounge and rec areas, career services, and a student success center to help students with tutoring, testing, and emotional support.
Now, if that's not a real college, then I don't know what one is. We want all students to be successful at Rankin. So let's hear from some of these departments and how they can help you out if needed. Also, listen carefully to our admissions department. There is something special for those attending our virtual open house.
Hello, my name is Brandon Fan. I'm an admissions counselor with Rankin Technical College. We are dedicated to assisting you with the enrollment process and making it as smooth as possible. We are going to help you get enrolled today with our step-by-step process. All you need to do is fill out our application online, either on your own or with your counselor. All we need with our easy enrollment process today are your high school transcripts, your GED, or your diploma. After that, there's a $95 registration fee, and then you will be enrolled. Welcome to Rankin, everybody. We also have some exciting promos for you today only. If you pay your registration fee today, we have a $100 tuition credit taken off the top once you start school. We also have a $500 scholarship raffle. That is all money right off your tuition today. So when you're ready, click the link, go to rankin.edu to get any assistance you need getting enrolled today with the admissions staff.
My name is Keith Morton. I'm the Director of Student Success at Rankin. Rankin has a rigorous and challenging educational environment, and the Office of Student Success exists to help all students persist to graduation. We have testing and tutoring services available along with library resources. Rankin has a licensed professional counselor on hand to help you through any challenges you may be having inside or outside of school. If you've ever been diagnosed with any type of physical or learning disability, please get that information to us so we can help provide you with the appropriate accommodations. We also have an early alert system in place where we can reach out to you if you're ever struggling in your classes so we can help remind you of the resources we have available and help you through those classes that you're having difficulty with. We have student success advisors who can help you through your current or future schedule and make any changes you might need to custom tailor that education experience for you. Basically, any help you may need at Rankin, you can always come upstairs to the top floor of the Finney building to the Student Success Center, and we will find a way to help you because our goal is to help you be a successful student during your time here at Rankin. For more information, please visit us at rankin.edu.
Hello, my name is Craig Hood. I'm the financial aid counselor here at Rankin Technical College. The financial aid office is located on our main campus in the Finney building. Our office hours are from Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and until 4 p.m. on Fridays. Our main goal is to assist our students in the application process for financial aid to help them cover their costs to attend Rankin Technical College. There are 3 types of financial aid. There's grants, loans, and scholarships. Grants are funds that students do not have to pay back. They're based off of need, and typically they're funded from the government. Loans are funds that students do have to pay back. There are federal direct student loans, there are federal direct Parent Plus loans, and there are private educational loans. There are also scholarships available for students. Scholarships are funds that students do not have to pay back. Typically with scholarships, there is an application process. Students must meet certain criteria. Rankin does offer in-house scholarships. There is a scholarship guide and contact information on our homepage. We just encourage students to adhere to the deadlines. Applications for the 2021-2022 academic year will be available on April 1st. Financial aid award package outlines the costs for the year, lists the funds that are available to the student or what the student is eligible for to help pay for those costs, and then the student must accept those funds and submit the required document back to the financial aid office. For more information, visit rankin.edu.
Hello, I'm Latrina Rogers, Director of Residential Life at Rankin Technical College. Residential Life is the department that oversees Walker Residence Hall at Rankin. Walker Residence Hall is the dormitory where student housing is. So our students live on campus and they come from far as California to Texas, Arkansas, and even the local St. Louis area. It is home for students while they attend Rankin. You can apply for housing at rankin.edu, and that process is quick and easy. And once you're enrolled as a student, we can process your application. There are several room types available, so as you're on the tour, you'll be able to see everything from our single room to our 2-bedroom apartment and even our 4-bedroom apartment. So you'll be able to find a space that works for you to call home while you're going to school. Our recreational areas that include barbecue grills, basketball courts, and also sitting areas to just hang out and have a conversation. Also inside, we have pool tables, a foosball table, and even areas, again, to have a conversation, study, or just hang out. We also have community lounges, and in those lounges include flat screen televisions, couches, and even kitchen areas. 2 of our lounges have full community kitchens that include a microwave, stove, sink, and counter space. So even if you select a room that does not have a kitchen in it, you still have access to a kitchen to cook in while you're on campus. Also, our cabinets in our community kitchens are also used as food pantries because sometimes students get hungry after the dining hall closes. So you can always go to the food pantry and make a meal out of what's in there, and we stock those every semester. Again, Walker Hall is the place that students call home while they're going to school at Rankin. So while the academics are taught and your technical portions are taught, we make sure that you have a home not only to live in, but to learn in as well, because you still have to learn responsibility. You still have to learn everything else you need to know to be the greatest person that you can be once you leave Rankin. So if you'd like to learn more about Walker Hall, go to rankin.edu, not only to see all of the options, but to apply, and you'll be able to talk to me or anyone else that can help you. Thank you for checking out Rankin.
Hello, my name is Kelly Small, and I work for St. Louis Public Schools. St. Louis Public Schools and Rankin Technical College partner together for the dual enrollment experience. Dual enrollment is a great opportunity for seniors in the district to attend Rankin full-time during their school year and earn credits toward their associate's degree. Students are able to participate in any program offered at the college. This is a great opportunity because it is free to the student. St. Louis Public and Rankin pays for all tuition and costs associated with the experience. If you do not attend St. Louis Public Schools and you want to establish a similar partnership, please reach out to the admissions office. Rankin has partnered with other districts and schools in the area and would love to expand.
Hi, my name is Janie Summers, and I'm the Career Services Director at Rankin Technical College. In my 20 years of service in the Career Services Department, I have received thousands of calls, and not a day passes without getting a call from a company looking to hire Rankin students. Our placement rate after 6 months of graduation is 98%, and we also offer lifetime placement. We have large corporations as well as small businesses contacting us. Companies also come on campus for presentations as well as interviews. We have part-time jobs available on campus, such as the bookstore and Student Success Center. We have 2 job fairs per location every year. We also offer mock interviews as well as resume writing tips. Our department will do whatever is necessary to ensure that our students obtain gainful employment in their chosen field. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Career Services at rankin.edu.
Hello, I'm Ian Bevel, an admissions counselor at Rankin, and I work specifically with BSAM students. Rankin is known for its 2-year degrees, and a lot of people, including current and prospective students, don't even know that Rankin offers a bachelor's degree in management. This program is offered in traditional and accelerated versions, as classes are offered every 8 weeks. For current associate students, it can be completed in 1 year past their associates, as the general education component of your associate's degrees applies directly to the bachelor's as well. The program is entirely online, which means you can work at your own pace from anywhere and take 1 to 8 classes every semester. There are several ways to pay for the BSAM. Tuition assistance is often offered from employers if people are already in the workforce. The FAFSA can also be completed annually and allows for $57,500 for lifetime learning. Rankin is also a veteran-friendly school with yellow ribbon status, and we have 5 school certifying officials to help you with VA benefits. New Rankin students can start their journey to a bachelor's on day one. The program is also designed for working adults who want to advance in their current profession but do not have time to attend traditional seated classes. If you have any questions or want to discuss options, you can contact me anytime at ebevel@rankin.edu or at 314-286-4828.
So good morning, my name is Jacob Brandis and I'm a missions rep here at Rankin Technical College, and I'm also the military liaison. What I want to stress to you guys is, as a retired Air Force vet with 20 years of service, there can be that fear and anxiety of finding something to do after you separate or retire. What I want to let you know is that Rankin here accepts the post 9/11 GI Bill, the Montgomery GI Bill, the vocational rehab grant, the reserve kickers, and other programs. As you're getting ready to transition from active duty to the civilian sector, we have the trades that are in demand right now. So that transition from the military to construction or automotive or welding, where high demand jobs are, we will be able to help you. If you would like to get more information and understand how you can use your GI Bill here at Rankin, go to rankin.edu to the mission site and contact a rep, and we will be able to help you from there.
Hi, I'm Mark Fields with the Registrar's Office here at Rankin Technical College. We're the caretakers of your academic records. We can assist you with your veterans benefits, class registration, transfer credit inquiries, grade and GPA explanations, verification letters, graduation evaluations, academic transcripts, and of course, diplomas. Rankin students have access to Inside Rankin to view their grades, upcoming class schedules, and much, much more. Parents also do not have access to your confidential records unless you sign the permission form. So remember to keep your records updated through our office with current contact information, and submit all your transcripts from other colleges for evaluation to our office before your first term to be placed in the appropriate level. The Registrar's Office is located in the first floor of the Finney Building with business hours of 7:30 a.m. through 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday, and we also can be reached at the phone number 314-286-3660 or our email address registrar@rankin.edu. Welcome to Rankin, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, my name is Shelly Jones. I am the Industry Relationship Coordinator at Rankin. I work with the programs that include a structured internship found in our automotive and manufacturing divisions. In automotive, these programs include Automotive Professional Technician, Certified Dealer Technician, Professional Collision Technician, High Performance Racing Technology, and Diesel Professional Technician. In manufacturing, internship programs include Advanced Precision Machining Technology, Industrial Engineering Technology, and Welding Technology. You will find internship programs at all three of our campuses. By choosing an internship program, you will alternate your time between employer and school on a set rotation. Each program offers real-world, hands-on experience that will reinforce the skills you learn on campus. Many students want a job while going through school. These structured internship programs are a fantastic way to earn while you learn. You will build a relationship with an employer and get a jump start on your career. You pick the employer by applying at any of the hundreds of companies that like to hire Rankin students, or you may already have a job lined up. If you're ready to get to work, then check out an internship program by visiting rankin.edu.
So, lots of great information from each department, and did you catch that today's open house includes a scholarship raffle and a tuition credit if you register for classes? Frank, you're in charge of admissions, is that correct?
Yes, today's an opportunity for someone to receive a scholarship from Rankin. All you have to do is fill out our open house registration form, and that will enter you for our drawing today, and 3 people will receive a $500 scholarship to Rankin. Just be sure to select yes from the Register Me for the $500 scholarship raffle drop-down, and those who know they want to come to Rankin, you can receive a $100 tuition credit today if you pay the registration fee. Just click the registration fee link on our landing page. This only happens today, so make sure you go on our open house webpage and take advantage of these special offers.
So, we gave you a little insight to Rankin, our programs, and campus departments, and how to enroll to one of the best technical colleges in the Midwest. So now it's time to hear from you.
We have all of our instructors and department staff live for your questions, so don't hold back. Let us know your questions. Just message us using the message feature on this page. For those of you that come back later or think about a question after we're done, just use the chat feature and someone will answer your question.
All right. Well, that was a great look at our electrical division. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Brandon Fan. I'm the admissions counselor here at Rankin Technical College. So if you have any questions about enrollment, different things like that, go ahead and fire them off to me. We're going to get here with Mr. Andy Raines, who is going to tell us about himself, some of his experience, and give us a kind of rundown of the electrical division. And then we'll get started with questions. Go ahead and take it away, Andy.
Okay, my name is Andy Raines. I am the, electrical division chair. So I'm the department head for the electrical campus here in St. Louis and Winsfield. Welcome. The electrical program, as you saw in the video, we have an umbrella where we have the EAT program, the CST program, and the electrical systems design program. So under that umbrella, those three divisions are available for students to come here at Rankin for the electrical program. Again, if you choose one of those programs, the first year will be the same, but you'll get a choice to go in that program that you like to go into. So I'm here to answer any questions. I am a Rankin graduate. I've been at Rankin for 26 years. So if you have some questions or something you want to know about Rankin, I would love to answer them.
All right, that was good information, Andy. Thank you so much. So some of the questions we're getting now, do you guys get tools in these programs?
Yes, you do. You'll be issued tools. These tools, again, will be tools that you can carry outside of Rankin. So we get with the industry and see what the tools are that are the industry's using. So you will get those tools. And again, they will take you in your career past Rankin.
Very nice, thank you. So next, we got a question about certifications and licenses. Do you need any certifications or licenses other than the degree and training you're going to get at Rankin to get some of these jobs?
Now, some companies will ask for different certifications. Again, we're a 2-year associate's degree program. So a lot of our students who get out here will go on to different industries. The only really certification we're going to give you here at Rankin right now, we're working on some, but right now OSHA certification is one of them. But you will be required outside of Rankin. There are other companies that will ask you to go on and get other types of certifications. We don't do any high voltage here. So if you go to work for a company that's got 600 volts or higher, you would have to be certified on stuff like that. But for here at Rankin, again, we will give you the basics that you need to get out there and get that job. So hope that answered some of your questions.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Another question they had was, what are some of the places you send them to work, whether it be general electricians or if they go into the PLC tech track?
A lot of our employers that are coming here, again, our students, we find them in various jobs. Again, you'll get out here with the hands-on skill again of not only being a residential, commercial. We will get into high-end of PLCs, motors, drives. So a lot of companies out there, again, Anheuser-Busch, General Tire, Maverick. A lot of our electrical system designs go to work for different contractors. So they're going as estimators, project managers. So yeah, plenty of jobs out there.
Very good, thank you. So we have a question about what specifically is the difference between the electrical automation technology program and the control systems technology program.
Good question. Again, we developed a dual program here at Rankin, so you can get the EAT and the CST. And to break that down, the automation program is more about the automation. So you'd be working on for example, like a packaging line. The automation guy will be doing the conveyor belts, the drives, the motors, more of the hands-on, working on those things. CST would be more of a process. So you're more of a control environment. You're making the product. You're worried about pressure and valves and calibrating instruments. So on the CST side, it's more of a process control. So you're working in a refinery or an ethanol plant or anything that has any process. So it's more computer based. You'll be using more software. To whereas in EAT, it's more robotics, more in automation. Again, more hands-on, more getting the tools out and working with your hands in that program. But we do offer a dual degree, so you can get both. If you come back for one more semester, you can get a dual degree in EAT or CST. So you could graduate here at Rankin with 2 associate's degree in those programs.
So if they did electrical automation technology or control systems technology, they would do the 4-semester program of that, and then they'd only need one more 16-week semester, and they would have 2 associate's degrees?
That's correct. They can get out. They can leave Rankin with 2 associate's degree. So it's a great program.
Wow, that's right at 2 years with 2 degrees. That's pretty impressive. Thank you, Andy.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little more about the electrical systems design program? We have a few questions about that and kind of what it entails as opposed to the other 2.
Okay, the electrical systems design program is, I say, fairly new. It's over 10 years here at Rankin, but to me, that's fairly new. That program was developed so that our students can help out the contractors, where you're not quite an engineer, you're not just an electrician, you're kind of like that in between. So when you go into electrical systems designs, you're more of doing a design application. So electrical system design students will have a laptop. You'll be taught on various different programs, whether it be AutoCAD or Revit. We have some really cool 3D design now. So in the design program, you're pretty much exactly what you're doing. You're designing. So you're helping out that electrical contractor with the engineers and drawings. And again, you're going to be a project manager or an estimator. So a lot of our students who go into this program, that's where they find employment. So contractors are looking for someone who can not only know the electrical code and know how to wire something up, but also they know the design level, so they can actually pull up a print, make changes, and do design and do layouts. So it's a very good program that's really in high demand right now. We had 100% job placement this May. So all of our students are currently working. Most of them had jobs before they even got out of that program. So again, it's more of a design program. So again, you're not going to have tools on. You're not going to be using wrenches and screwdrivers and all that. It's going to be a software base. You will get a laptop and you will learn programming and different softwares in that program.
Which softwares are they using in that program, Andy?
Right now, we're using what we call Revit. It's a new program, kind of like an AutoCAD, but I don't know the name of the new 3D design, but we got a new 3D design and it's really, really cool. So you can look at a building of 3D design. So you can go from the top all the way down and you can see where the electrical panels go, and you can see where the duct work is. And it's just really cool. So it's a really neat program if you really like that design level. And again, a lot of the students who are coming in who I want to say are, I don't want to say just gamers, but software, they love that stuff. That 3D image is really, really cool.
Very nice. Yeah, sounds like a lot of hands-on with some computers. That would definitely be a good fit for them.
Yeah.
So we're getting a bunch of questions about how to come check out some of these electrical programs. You can always set up a tour with an admissions counselor where we will review the programs, the cost sheet, the enrollment checklist, everything along those lines. And then we also have my personal favorite, the Shadow Attack. The next ones coming up are going to be the 1st and 2nd weeks of July, where you actually get to come in and experience the class for yourself. So that hour of lecture per about 3 hours of lab, you guys get to come in, experience that, get hands-on with the equipment. You get to meet your instructors such as Andy, and you get to meet all the students that are currently in those classes. So you can ask all kinds of questions about, if it's going to be a good fit for you, where they're getting jobs, different things like that. So yes, those are some great questions. Schedule a tour, come in and do a Shadow Attack. We'll get you rolling. We got a couple more questions about PLCs. Can you kind of give us a rundown of what a programmable logic controller is?
Sure. In our 2nd year program, after your 1st year here at Rankin, you get into, again, the advanced level of that electrician. So we offer PLC programs in the CST and EAT. We're pretty much Rockwell So we're doing RS Logics, RS Links, Control Logics. So the PLC we use here at Rankin, again, we'll teach our students not only just to be programmers and how to write code, but also troubleshooters. They'll learn what the processor is, the components of the process. Again, as Brandon said, we're a hands-on college, so a lot of hands-on. So you will know what the PLC is, you'll know the processor, you'll know what the power supply is. A lot of these terms I'm throwing at you may be new to you, but we'll be teaching you the actual process of what a PLC does. So again, a lot of employers like our students because they know how to program PLCs, but also they know how to troubleshoot a PLC. They know what an IO card is, what an analog card is. They know how to do process. So again, it's a high-end technology that we're teaching our students, but again, employers want PLC knowledge, and here at Rankin, you will get that here with EAT and CST.
Very nice. Thank you, Andy. So here at the St. Louis campus, can you kind of give me a rundown on how the first year, second year kind of works? Like they get into the program, they start doing that residential, commercial, electrical stuff, and then they have the opportunity, even if they picked electrical, automation, or control systems, they still have an opportunity to kind of switch paths or something, right?
That's correct. So when you come into Rankin, typically your 2-year program, you'll start in the first year program, and you'll start in with an AC/DC course, learning the theory and just the basics of what electricity is. You'll go into a shop and a code class. You'll learn about the NEC. You'll learn about residential, commercial wiring. So your first year is pretty much the foundation we'll put in for the EAT, CST, or the ESDT. So when you come into Rankin that first year, everybody's the same. It's a solid foundation. And then when you're in your second semester, we'll take you a tour of the second year programs, and those instructors will showcase their programs. So if you came in and you said, well, I want to wire up houses, and all of a sudden you get in and you go, wow, control systems looks really cool. Or you go, well, I would like to do design level. You get to choose that. So your second year, you will choose what program you go into. And again, we will showcase all those departments so that you'll get to see them. And then again, if there's something that you really like, and you're saying, well, I want more about this, so that instructor will break it down and go, okay, here's what we do in that second year. If you really like to do design, well, here's what you can do. Or if you really like to work with your hands and you want to get, changing out pumps and motors, and that EAT program works. And then, of course, if you like the process on the control system side, where you're doing more of the process of making something. So again, at Rankin, you have a choice. So if you came in the electrical program and you thought about just residential wiring only, there's other opportunities out there. The high-end stuff, the PLCs, the HMIs. There's so many things that you can choose here at Rankin. So we offer that to that student.
Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, that sounds like it takes a lot of pressure off, so they can kind of start something, get their foot in the door, start learning all those basics. And then,
Right.
They have all of our great instructors that they can kind of sit down with and pick a path so they know exactly what's going to be a good fit for them. That's
Right.
awesome. You guys are great, Andy. So another couple questions we're getting is about financial aid. So we do have a full service financial aid office. You can get assistance with them and from your admissions counselor when you come and do a tour, fill out that FAFSA, and then you guys can find out what you're eligible for, whether it's Pell Grants you don't have to pay back, Stafford student loans that you do, and then our wide array of internal and external scholarships, which again is more money you guys can get. People are begging to give you guys money to get into the trades. It's huge right now. And then the next start for these electrical programs is going to be our big, beautiful fall start. That's going to be August 23rd. Set up a time to come in and meet with a counselor, get that shadow tech raring to go. Enrollment. So a couple questions about what you need to get enrolled. Application. You can do that from the website, or you can do it with your admissions counselor that you meet with. You can meet with me at the Winsville campus. You can meet with our other great counselors here at St. Louis. And then we can get you set up for getting your high school diploma or your high set in for your proof of graduation. We get that $95 registration fee, and then we will get you scheduled and enrolled. And if you guys do get that $95 registration fee taken care of today, there is a $100 tuition credit that you guys can get. So you got to pay that registration fee no matter what to get in. So you might as well get something out of it. Let's see, high school transcripts versus diploma. We can take both. Either give me a good full screen picture of your diploma or bring it in for the tour, or you can have your high school email me your transcripts. Let's see, more electrical questions coming through. We got, so Andy, give me kind of a rundown. People keep hearing a lot about these PLC techs versus, you know, a traditional residential commercial electrician. Can you kind of give me the pros and cons and maybe, you know, the big question that people have, where's the money at? Where are they going to make the most money, that PLC tech or that electrician?
They're going to make it in both. Good questions. But again, for the student who's coming in on the higher end, if we're talking about the PLCs, robotics, that's more the higher end electrician who's going to be using a laptop, Ethernet, some type of communication with a device. So most of your high-end machines at a Anheuser-Busch, General Tire, Chrysler, wherever you're working at, those high-end machines are going to have some type of computer, some type of processor on it. So that PLC knowledge is that higher advanced knowledge. So again, there's money to be made there, but also we have to have some way of getting those PLCs to run. So you have to wire those up. So you still have to know somebody who can bend conduit, run conduit, pull wire, know how to hook up a circuit. So again, both of those technicians are needed. It depends on the individual, the student who comes in. Again, we are a hands-on institution. So a lot of our students who come here strive on hands-on and putting that thing together. So that residential commercial side, students love that, and they're a high demand. But also we're seeing with robotics, and we're seeing with automation, we're seeing all these companies going with more automation to get things in quicker and faster. So there's more robotics are being used. So a lot of our employers are coming back and going, you know, we need students who can work on robots. I'm sure we're all familiar with Amazon, how quick they are and doing everything, and they're trying to automate as much as they can. And so we need technicians for that, but also we need technicians to get those devices up and running. So again, money is to be made in both of those. We do hear the PLC word a lot because that's what employers are looking for, but we still need our everyday electricians to go in and do residential, commercial, and just the typical electrical systems.
Very good, thank you. And yes, we do have day and evening classes to fit everybody's kind of busy schedules. During the day here at St. Louis, you can do the associate's degrees, the full-time Monday through Friday, 4 semester, 5 semester, if you get that second associates. And then we have evening classes 2 nights a week that are going to be certificates. And we have that in general electrical, electrical automation, control systems technology, and our electrical construction management program. At the Wentzville campus, we do have electrical automation and control systems technology, and it is the same full-time associate's degree, both day and evening. Correct. So you do have that opportunity as well. Getting a lot of questions about, do I need to have any experience in electrical before I can get into this program? And the big dreaded, how much math, Andy?
Well, you know, you don't have to have experience. Again, there is a math portion of it, but again, that word math scares a lot of people. We use it as applied. So you don't have to have experience. We will get you to that level. Again, every student that comes in a Rankin in that first semester, we take them as they don't know anything at all. And so we break it down. And so you will be taught certain equations and certain formulas, but we'll show you how to use those. Again, it's not crazy word problems and all this algebraic and trig and all this. It's basic math. We'll show you how to apply it. Again, here at Rankin, we're very, very committed to making sure students learn. So again, that applied math will take place in that first semester. We'll make sure you understand it. And again, it's just transposing formulas and knowing how to use those formulas. And so our instructors are very knowledgeable about how to get that across. And so don't be fearful of math or fearful you don't know what a volt is or an amp is. That's what Rankin's about. We're here to teach you that, and we're here to make you successful so that anyone who comes into the electrical program can be successful, because we're going to teach you the basics, and we'll make sure you go through the process of how to get to that walking across the stage and getting that diploma. So again, don't be fearful of math, and don't be afraid of you're saying, well, I don't know too much. That's okay. That's what Rankin's about. We're here to teach you that.
That was great. Thank you, Andy. So on top of having expert level instructors that have zero problem helping you out, trying to make sure you get that knowledge across, additional support. We also have a full service student success center. They can assist with pretty much anything. Tutors, computer labs. If you had an IEP at your high school, we'll give you the same opportunities and resources that you had there. So you do have a lot of support here. And again, like we've been saying, a lot of hands-on. These programs are 75% or more hands-on. So that's going to help you with all that as well. So Andy, even with it being hands-on and there being that little bit of math component to it, how difficult are these programs? What would you say are, kind of your success stories?
Well, with like anything new, when you're coming into Rankin, it seems like it's overwhelmed. That's why we encourage the shadow techs. I mean, that's a great way to come in here. Brandon said earlier, that's the best way to see what Rankin's about, because you'll see these students in the classroom, in the shop areas, you'll be able to see and ask them. But usually that first semester, students got to get to acclimated to homework. There is some homework in that first semester. There is a lot of reading. There's code. There's a lot of stuff that's new to you. But again, we want to make sure that we get the information to you at a certain rate that you can understand it. So the hardest part is usually that first semester. Getting what we call rankinized, getting used to wearing the uniforms. Nice. And the attendance and being here and things that employers are looking for. That's why we have these things at Rankin. So those things are the adjustment period. But our success stories are usually from the first semester. If you can make it through your first semester, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to make it through Rankin, because you got through that, and then you learned how to manage your time, and you know how to get projects done and turned in a certain manner. So usually that first semester is the hardest, and then once that you're past that, we see our second semester students walking with their head up a little higher, their chest out a little bit more, they're more confident, and then that just carries on throughout the rest of their time here at Rankin. So again, your first semester is probably going to be your hardest, again, because you're trying to adjust to the instructor, you're trying to adjust to time management, you're trying to figure out when homework's done, how do I go online, how do I get on Inside Rankin, what's my email. So a lot of that stuff is right there in the first month, and then once you get adjusted to it, you're going, okay, I got this. So that's usually what the hardest part here is, Rankin, just getting Rankinized, getting used to that new lifestyle.
Very nice. I like that you hit on that. So the work ethic and professionalism grading. So the reason these employers are coming after you guys so aggressively and after our students is because they are wearing uniforms. They do have professional haircuts. They do have clean shaven or manicured facial hair. They're getting into that habit while they're in college of showing up on time, being helpful, putting forth that extra effort. So yeah, that's a big thing. Thank you for bringing that up. I like how you phrased it too. We rankinize you. I like that. We're going to put that on something. That's going to happen. So the next question we got on here is, in terms of jobs, are they just local? Can they go nationwide, worldwide with this training? How would you say this would kind of lead into that answer?
We are, like I said, a lot of local jobs, but also across the states. We've had companies from Houston up here. We've had companies from upstate, up towards New York. We've had them from California. So they're everywhere. Again, the hands-on is, and the knowledge is what's bringing these employers here. They're hearing about how successful Rankin is with the hands-on portion. And again, they come out of Rankin prepared, ready to go into the workforce because we instilled those work ethic traits here. And relocation is a big factor here. We have, again, in our job fairs, we see companies from all over that are coming in and looking for Rankin students to relocate. So there are opportunities there, especially in our electrical system design. I mean, there's a company in Tennessee and Chicago that would hire all of our students if we could get students to move. So there are opportunities outside of St. Louis, outside of Missouri, Illinois, where we get most of our students between, those two states. But if you're looking for opportunities to be more adventurous, they're out there.
So we got a couple questions that just came through too. I'm going to knock these out, Andy. I'll give you a minute there to catch your breath, buddy. So what other classes do they need to take in terms of getting through these electrical programs? That first round is going to be your gen eds. They are all online right now. So you're going to need to get through math, English Comp 1 and 2, sociology or psychology, an oral communications class. You're going to take your program trade management class. So in this case, it would be an electrical management class. And then you're going to have a career success skills class, which is going to get you integrated with resumes, interviewing, kind of to prep you for what you're going to experience when you do start going into our career fairs, which we do have 2 a year, and they're huge, man. They're massive, 500 plus employers, man. They're great. So it'll kind of prep you to deal with those and get going with that. Class sizes depending on the campus you're at. So here at the St. Louis campus, the class sizes are typically going to max out at about 24. At the Winsville campus, those classes are going to be a hard 12. Let's see, tutors. We do have tutors. That's going to be a part of the Student Success Center that we talked about. You get in contact with your instructor. They'll give you the information. You'll get in touch with Jason or somebody up there, and they'll get you hooked up with a tutor. If you want to be a tutor, you can always apply to do that as well. If you're a little stronger in one area than another, you can go ahead and help someone out the way that they're going to help you out. The other thing we saw was carpooling. So we don't necessarily set up carpooling, but we do have, lists of students that do carpool. And if they live in your area and you meet that student here at the campus, kind of a safe place type of setup. If you guys think you're going to mesh well and it's going to be a good situation for both of you, you guys can both kind of get going with that carpool scenario. Yes, they do teach safety. Safety is going to be kind of first and foremost. Usually the majority of these programs are going to be that first 2 weeks. You're going to be doing the safety, knowing what your instructors are going to expect from you, knowing what they're going to expect in the classroom and in the lab. Andy, do you mind kind of going into maybe some specifics about that? Like, what do you guys do in terms of safety for electrical?
Yeah, in electrical, your first probably 10 days will be OSHA. We're going to do OSHA training, OSHA 10 hours. So we will go through the OSHA training program. So we will talk about all the safety. We'll talk about what we call PPE, personal protective equipment. We'll talk about lockout, tag out. We're very big on safety in the shops. Safety glasses are required. Lockout, tag outs required. So again, we will take you through those first 10 days of what OSHA is required for us. And then again, safety is big here at Rankin. We're very clear on all those things. We make sure our students know all about the safeties. We do about arc flash, and again, what personal protective equipment you should be wearing in certain applications, as far as what shoes to wear, what clothing to wear, even typical ladder use, to make sure everybody understands how to work on a ladder. Our students use ladders and ladder safety, and just again, big on safety. So yeah, your first 10 days, you get prepared for just safety, safety, safety.
Very nice. Thank you. That's good. There were a couple questions about safety, so I like that we hit on that. That ladder safety, I'm going to come hit you up around December time when the wife wants some Christmas lights hung, because I'm not what you would call a ladder cowboy or anything. So we'll see what we got going there. So next, we're getting a couple questions about pay. Can you give me kind of a timeline, of generics of entry level into maybe a few years down the year, like years down the road, what they're looking at in terms of kind of that higher level stuff once they have a little experience.
You talking about the income?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to vary. Again, most of our students coming out don't have the experience. So a lot of them are going to find out that that high-end pay is not quite there when they first get out. A lot of our students are around the 50 to 60,000. There's some that are getting more. Again, it's the experience that you got to get. So we tell a lot of our students that when you get out of here, if you're going to relocate, go get that experience and go get a couple, 2 or 3 years under your belt, then come back and ask for a little bit more. But your employers are looking for, again, how much experience you have. And again, for our students getting out there, it's learning it. And again, you will see your pay go up once you start getting more experience. Again, a lot of our students don't understand quite that role of, okay, I got to start here, but that's not your projected end salary. You got to remember, it's going to go up as you progress in your experience. And so we do have some students who get out here and find that job that's out there for 6 figures. It's there, but it's not the norm. But there is money to be made in this industry. And so again, it's up to that individual and how much you want to progress. So again, we're seeing salaries from 50 to 60, and we saw some go from 80 to 6 figures.
50 to 60 sounds good to me.
Yes.
Looks like you're rankinizing them, getting them out there, making that money.
Yes.
Well, Andy, thank you so much for your time. This was a great Q&A, a lot of awesome questions. Thank you for everybody who joined, and you guys all have a great day.
Have a great day. Thank you very much.
See you later, Andy.
All right. Goodbye.